Representative Marjorie Taylor Greene derailed a congressional hearing by insulting a black congresswoman.
I'd like to know if any of the Democrats on this committee are employing Judge Merchan's daughter.
Please tell me what that has to do with Merrick Garland.
Is she a porn star?
Do you know what we're here for? You know we're here about AG.
I don't think you know what you're here for.
Well, you the one talking about.
I think your fake eyelashes are messing up.
No, ain't nothing.
Hold on.
Listen.
Order.
Mr. Chairman,
That's beneath
would
even
you
your
please regain order of your committee?
Order.
So Greene had made that comment to Texas Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett. And so she asked, like, what does any of this have to do with Merrick Garland, since this entire hearing is to determine whether or not Merrick Garland gets served with contempt. Okay, so nothing to do with Judge Merchan, nothing to do with the court case against Donald Trump. I mean, that's, again, this is a New York City court case, and so it doesn't have anything to do with Merrick Garland. But anyway, Greene, she's going to continue to go on throughout this hearing to make snide comments and act like an awful person, which isn't a surprise considering how she is an awful person. In fact, I've got more examples of that right here.
Mr. I do have a point of order, and I would like to move to take down Ms. Greene's words. That is absolutely unacceptable. How dare you attack the physical appearance of another person?
Are your feelings hurt?
Her words down.
Aw.
Oh, girl, baby girl.
Oh, really?
Don't even play.
Baby girl? I don't think
we are going to move, and we're going to take your words down.
I second that motion.
I believe she needs to apologize. No.
Okay, hold on. Then after Mr. Perry's going to be recognized, then Ms. Green
I'm not
has 4 minutes and
apologizing.
21
Well, then
seconds.
you're
reserve
not
the right to
striking your
object.
words.
I am
Mr.
not
Chair,
apologizing.
Now let's go. Come on, guys.
Why don't you debate me?
The minority.
pretty self-evident.
You're not.
Yeah, you're not.
out of order.
You don't have enough
You're out of order.
intelligence.
Chair recognizes Mr. Perry.
Okay.
So you can see that Representative Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez came to the defense of Representative Crockett, and then Marjorie Greene going all debate bro. Oh, are your feelings hurt? What are we talking about? You're literally insulting people for calling out your BS, because that's what this was, right? What does any of this have to do with Judge Merchan? Nothing. And she immediately goes to, insulting people. All right, well that's great. So now Greene eventually agreed to have her comments stricken from the record. Now, here's the thing. House rules are a bit arcane, okay? So stricken from the record is a little bit different than having your comments taken down, okay? So if your comments get taken down, you're not allowed to speak anymore during the hearing. So now, look, AOC was saying, hey, look, strike it from the record, right? And then have her apologize, and then she can go on and, reclaim her time, whatever, and continue with her speech or whatever she was going to do. Greene said, no, I'm not going to apologize. I'm not going to apologize. I'm never apologizing. And so that's where AOC was like, okay, well, why don't we have them taken down so that Greene can no longer speak? Because obviously she has nothing else to add, nothing of substance, right? And so the idea behind that is that if you are insulting other members, then you've got nothing of value to add to that conversation. So now Comer had struck the words from the record, but would not ask Greene to apologize, nor would he even enforce the rules that would prevent her from speaking, as well as other things that Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez later on points out on X. But first, I'm going to go back to Crockett here. She responded to Marjorie Greene's attack and is going to get into it now with Anna Paulina Luna.
I'm just curious, just to better understand your ruling. If someone on this committee then starts talking about somebody's bleach blonde, bad built butch body, that would not be engaging in personalities, correct?
A what now?
We're not gonna do this. Look, you guys earlier literally just
You just voted to do it.
Y'all did it first, so you don't want to talk about it.
Voted to do it.
Order.
I'm trying to get clarification.
Look, calm down. calm
No,
down.
no, because this
I
is
would
what
like to
y'all
get
do.
through proceedings.
So I'm trying
Hey,
to get
Ms.
your
Crockett,
attention.
you're not
Y'all wanna
recognized.
play
Ms.
games.
I can't hear
Crockett.
you with your
And you
yelling.
don't want me
Calm
to
down.
Be,
Can
no,
you please calm
don't
down?
tell me to calm down.
Calm down.
Because y'all
Please
talk
calm
noise
down.
and then you
You're
can't
out of
take
control.
Because if I
Look,
come,
Chairman,
if I
can
come
we
and
send
talk
outside to
shit
take a
about
break
her,
for 5
y'all
minutes?
gonna have a
Mr.
problem.
Chairman, Mr.
Order.
Chairman.
Now, look, this was like a 3-hour hearing, and about half of it, Marjorie Greene was being awful to everyone else. And so, yeah, Crockett had it. Like, no, I'm not taking it anymore. This is absolute BS. If I said that kind of stuff to Marjorie Greene, yeah, she probably would get, like, not only have her records stricken, or her words stricken from the record, but she wouldn't be allowed to talk for the rest of the hearing. So why are there different rules for Republicans than Democrats? So absolutely, she's right to be angry. So now Crockett then took to social media to continue saying, so MTG wanted to talk about my appearance in committee. It's against the rules to do. She refused to apologize. The chairman, Comer, ruled that it was okay. I asked for clarification about what qualifies as engaging personalities and basically wanted to know if I could talk crap about her appearance as well. Y'all know what she looks like, right? People in glass houses. This is what happens when mentally deficient people who can't read and follow rules or just don't give a damn somehow end up in Congress. Damn. Look, I think she's right. I mean, she's absolutely right to go off like that on social media and to ask that question. Because once again, Comer favoring members of his own party and allowing Marjorie Greene to basically derail the hearing for like an hour. But it's not over, by the way. It's not over. So now Senator John Fetterman, who's a Democrat, jumps in. And he says, in the past, I've described the U.S. House as the Jerry Springer Show. Today, I'm apologizing to the Jerry Springer Show. Now, wait a minute here. AOC defends her colleagues against Marjorie Taylor Greene being a complete bitch, right? And somehow Fetterman jumps in and decides, you're all bad. You are equally bad. Wait, hold on. Whoa. This is a great example of how radical centrism rots your brain. Because that's Fetterman's new position. Instead of being progressive, Fetterman's like, I am the enlightened centrist now. No. Like, what happened? What did RFK Jr.'s brainworm not actually die, but just grow into John Fetterman? Perhaps that is Fetterman's body double. So now, AOC responds to this, again, on social media. She responds directly to Fetterman saying, I understand you likely would not have stood up for your colleague and seem to be confused about racism and misogyny being a both sides issue. But I stand up to bullies instead of becoming one, and to the women of Pennsylvania, I'd stand up for you too. Enjoy your Friday. And she wasn't done. Another post she added, here's the problem with both sidesing the chaos that was the Republican oversight hearing. Republicans voted in committee to allow the rhetoric that was used against Ms. Crockett last night. Notice that when Dems have the majority, these things don't happen. It also gets worse. After the Republican chair and GOP members broke official House protocol to allow MTG's horrific opening silo of rhetoric, they then made another change to dispense with the legislative process. That part is not getting enough attention. They then did something highly unusual, and it's still unclear to me how legitimate it was. They cut off the rest of the amendment process, ended all legislative debate, and cut straight to a vote on their text without standard procedure. Needless to say, this is not normal at all. So again, we get into arcane House rules, right? So now, what she's talking about with cutting off the rest of the amendment process. So in those committee hearings, you're basically able to propose amendments. Democrats had 7 of them, right? And they're supposed to be voted on by at the end of the committee hearing. That did not happen. Those 7 amendments never made it to the floor. Republicans just said, nah, we're not going to hear them. We're not going to vote on them whatsoever in this committee hearing. So, sad day for you. We're going to send it out to the floor with just the text that we want. Now, she adds, this is the microcosm of what authoritarians do on a larger scale. ID a vulnerable person / community that's easier to break the rules towards, in that case, Congresswoman Crockett, normalize it, often with both sides rhetoric, John Fetterman, and then use the rule breaking to undermine deeper processes and rule of law. That's why this stuff isn't just all sides chaos or mere distraction or a pox in everyone's house. They want you to think that this was some random devolution of conduct instead of a structured GOP outcome. Damn. We must understand who and what actions created the situation. It matters. So look, AOC getting into the deep dive because, again, she is a member of Congress. She knows the rules. She is a very smart person. Right-wingers don't believe it. They don't want to believe it. But she knows the process. She knows the House rules. And look, you listen to her in her committee hearings. She's incredibly well-read and prepared. Contrast that with Marjorie Taylor Greene, who brings in literal revenge porn into hearings. Okay? Pictures of Hunter Biden's hog, all right? To go, look at that depravity. Like, what is this? And yet, Greene calls AOC not intelligent and does debate me, bro. And that's after attacking Crockett's appearance. Really? But understand, she is right about this. This is who the Republicans are, and they do it for a reason. They allow this for the reason. Comer allowed it for a reason. It's because the chuds love it, right? The chuds love it. They love the chaos. And AOC's right. It is a distraction to allow them to get away with not allowing Democrats to have their voice heard through their votes. This chaos is exactly what Republicans voted for and what they want